What's going on, guys? JSGC Football here, back again for another video. My name is Jason. We're joined by the other half of JSGC Football. Aaron, welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. Nice to be back on this channel. The two of us, the Simple Boys, back together again.
Correct. And today we're going to be doing our predictions ahead of the championship season for the 2025-2026 season. I've done my best to try and chuck some curveballs and things out there and get some good talking points without trying to rage bait, because that seems to be a thing that's going on over the last few months. So
don't think me, Jay. We're rage baiting, aren't we? So we're going for Sheffield Wednesday to win the championship.
I don't think that's rage bait. I think that's just incredibly unrealistic and no one would take it serious. There's got to be like, if you're going to rage bait something, there's got to be like a little, there's got to be like a little element of the truth in there to make things a little bit like 1% believable, just to, dig under people's skins and wind them up, looking for a purposeful reaction. And naming no names, but hearing things like, if you go to a football match wearing a football shirt and you're over the age of 16, then you should get your hard drive checked. That's huge rage bait on people, just looking for an opinion that is really gonna wind people up. As I said, that's just a ridiculous thing to suggest going out there, but yeah, we're going to try and not rage bait, and I'm going to try and put a bit of logic behind where we've placed teams, because I'm just having a look at how we performed in last year's championship predictions, and based off our other predictions across the leagues, championship ones weren't great from us, and considering that's obviously the content that gets covered a lot on the channel, I'd expect a little bit better from us. I got 2 correct last year. Watford in 14th and Derby County in 19th. 2 random and wild things to get correct. Obviously, I predicted Watford, thinking mid-table team, placing somewhere in mid-table, just happened to be correct. Thought Derby County aren't going to get relegated, but might struggle a little bit, so I'll place them just outside the relegation zone. And ended up being correct where, with you, there was more logic applied. You got 2 correct as well, so we both got 2 correct. You got Leeds United in first place, so obviously you thought they're going up and they're going up as champions. Logic. And Plymouth Argyle in 23rd, you thought they're not good enough to stay up in the league and they're going to get relegated, so you managed to get that prediction of them finishing second bottom. I did also find this really interesting, that we both predicted Luton Town to finish in an automatic promotion spot. And of course, Luton Town, at the time of recording this, played yesterday, playing in the 3rd tier of English football. So we were miles wrong with that one. Just out of curiosity, because I think we wanted to keep things championship based for the upcoming season. So we're not going to throw out predictions for the National League, League 2, League 1. I might do a Premier League one, but I'll do that over on the JSGC channel rather than the JSGC Football channel. So just looking at the National League that we did last year, maybe I put a bit of rage bait in there because I got a lot of reactions from my National League predictions, but I got 4 of them correct. Maybe it wasn't rage bait. Maybe I know what I'm speaking about. Maybe Barnet in first place, Forest Green in 3rd place, Oldham in 5th place, Boston United in 19th place. Got all them spot on. You got just 1, Aaron. Barnet in 1st place. So National League's a difficult league to predict, so I got 4. I want some respect putting on my name. Accusing me of rage baiting last year. I just shush, be quiet. Just having a look at League 2. This was a real good one from both of us. I got 5 correct. And you've managed to beat me, getting 6 correct. So I got Doncaster in 1st place, Bradford to be promoted in 3rd place, Cheltenham in 15th, Harrogate in 18th, and Tranmere Rovers in 20th. Which I thought, when I looked at the results, I was like, I'm winning this one. And then Aaron goes and chucks out Doncaster in 1st, Port Vale to be promoted in 2nd, Chesterfield to make the playoffs in 7th, Fleetwood Town to not have a great season, finishing in 14th, Cheltenham 15th, Morecambe finishing bottom, who... Very sad what's happening over at Morecambe right now. Obviously looking like they're not even going to get the season started, and it could get a whole lot worse for them. So, very sad situation what's happening over at Morecambe. I'm hoping that something can be sorted so that they can continue to be a football club, because, it's a sad situation to see. Looking at League One, I got 3 correct. Birmingham in 1st, Crawley in 21st, and Cambridge in 23rd. You got 2 correct. Birmingham City in 1st and Shrewsbury in 24th. And then Premier League, not great from me. Got just 1. That was Arsenal in 2nd place, which, to be honest, I don't think that's exactly a difficult prediction to make. Arsenal finishing in 2nd place, the bridesmaid once more. I did get all the relegated teams correct, though. Just got the final league positions wrong. Whereas you, Aaron, you got 3 correct. Arsenal in 2nd, Villa in 6th, and Southampton in 20th place. So you beat me on the Premier League, so well done on that.
Thank you.
Right, very quickly, before we speak about the Championship, I did say we're not doing full videos for the other leagues, but I do want to speak about our predictions for them leagues, because off camera, I've asked Aaron to tell me who he thinks is going to be promoted and relegated from each division. So I'll start first with my National League predictions. I'm going Forest Green to be promoted as champions, and I'm going for Rochdale to make the playoffs and to be promoted. Relegated for me, no particular order. I'm going Morecambe, Truro City, Wealdstone, and Brackley Town are my predictions. What's yours for the National League, Aaron?
So here are mine, Jake, for the National League. So for champions, I'm going for York City. I think they can build on it last season. They scored high and were really unlucky to have another season to get 90-odd points and still be in the National League.
I'm going for them to get to the playoff final. I've gone for Rochdale, though, to be promoted, was my prediction.
Do it. I think they'll go one step further.
Okay.
Then my playoff winners is Carlisle.
Okay.
I'm so surprised they went down with Carlisle's, because I think they can bounce back, but it will be a struggle. But I think they'll have enough about them in the end to see it through. Mm-hmm. So for my relegation, here are my 4. Truro City, Brackley Town, same as you, Boston, and Wealdstone.
You're not going for Morecambe to go down?
How can I forget Morecambe? Right, Morecambe.
Are you going for Morecambe to be out of business?
Morecambe will be out of business, but that'll be 3 relegated. So Morecambe, I'll change 1. So swap Wealdstone for Morecambe.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so what's your predictions then? You're going
Truro, Brackley, Boston, and Morecambe.
I see, we're nearly the same there on the National League. Okay, fair enough. Right, what about League 2?
Yep, so here are my promotion hits for the League 2. I think Bristol Rovers will have a strong season. They're my champions.
Okay.
And automatics, I've gone for Crewe and Gillingham.
Okay.
Then by the playoffs, I was disappointed with MK Dons, but I think they've got a decent team and I think they can bounce back. So I think they can do it this time.
Yep.
And the relegation, I've gone for Bromley and Tranmere Rovers.
Okay, cool. We're quite different. I've gone Cambridge United up as champions.
Yeah.
Second place, Walsall and Notts County in 3rd to be promoted. I'm going for Barnet to really build on a great season in the National League to make the playoffs and be promoted via the playoff route into League One. So back-to-back promotions I'm going for Barnet. And then relegated, I'm going Harrogate Town and Tranmere Rovers. There's mine. Having a look at League One. I found this quite difficult to predict.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, really interesting league. So I've gone champions Luton Town. Really don't think they should have been relegated out of the Championship. Doing back-to-back relegations down from the Premier League. They've still got parachute payments and
full payment of the parachutes as well. So it's only their 2nd year, so they're still getting the full payment a lot.
I think so. I think Luton will be too strong. They're quite they can get a run of form going. They're quite a difficult team to beat. It's just obviously clearly a confidence thing. So obviously picked up a win in yesterday's game. I wrote my predictions before yesterday's game. I think Luton will be too strong. They're going up as champions for me. Promoted in second place, I'm going Plymouth Argyle. And then in the playoffs, I really struggled with the playoffs. There's and R in Bolton, Barnsley. I'm controversial here. I'd chuck out Blackpool, Wigan under Ryan Lowe. But I always find with League One, like the playoffs, it all comes down to teams that are really difficult to play against. Yeah. So I've gone with Wycombe Wanderers to be promoted through the playoffs is my prediction. They said there'd be some curveballs in my prediction, so there's a curveball. Relegated again, really struggled with this, so I've gone for Port Vale, Lincoln City, Burton Albion, and Northampton Town are my 4. Again, curveball, just chucking out, going into curve. I found League One really difficult to predict. You can end up finishing, 18th, 19th, 20th, and then season after hit right up to the top of the division. So, there's some of them big boys in League One who I wouldn't rule out being dragged into a potential relegation party. I mean, I really struggled with one team. I really struggled to predict Reading. I have no idea about what kind of season that they're going to have. They show glimpses of being a tremendous team who should be cruising the league, and then at other times a team that could flirt with relegation. So, yeah.
I don't know the financial situation is with them either. I know they've had a few financial difficulties, haven't they, as well, Reading?
So I don't think they'll get promoted. I don't think they'll get relegated. I've no idea where they're going to finish. So that's my League One.
What they are, very much a dark horse, Reading.
Yeah.
They're like champions, or they could easily.
Yeah.
I don't know with Reading.
Yeah. Go on then. What's your League One prediction?
So on to me now. So my League One, I've gone with you, Joe. I think they're too strong. Luton Town champions.
Okay.
Second, I think Cardiff will bounce back with an automatic.
Okay.
Again, I'm still surprised that actually went down last season. I think they've still got enough of the squad to bounce back. But it's a difficult division. It all depends how well Cardiff get off to. And then the playoffs, like you, again, I've been really, really struggling because I've got about 8 different picks I could easily pick in the playoffs. Because I was feeling like Huddersfield, Barnsley, Blackpool, Wigan, Leyton Orient, Stockport, Bolton. So I could easily pick any then. So I've gone for a bit of a hunch.
Huddersfield for yours, okay. Okay,
I was really struggling with Huddersfield.
Yeah. I'm interested to know your relegation.
So here are my 4. So I've gone for Wimbledon, Northampton, Stevenage, and Burton Albion.
Okay. Burton Albion struggled last season.
Yeah.
So
they've been with it quite a while. This season could be the season to go down.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Stevenage will be too weak.
Yeah.
And then Wimbledon, I don't really see too much from them. Northampton, we've got enough about them to stay up. Probably even mid-tables. That's my curveball, Northampton.
Yeah, fair enough. Right, just before we speak about the Championship, quickly, we'll just dip into the Premier League. Who are you thinking is going to be relegated from the Premier League first?
So I'll start off with the bottom 2 because my 18th is a massive curveball.
Oh, go on.
So bottom, I've gone for Burnley. 19th, Sunderland.
Okay.
I think Leeds United will stay up this time.
Okay, who's your curveball? I think I might know who your curveball is.
I think you might know as well.
So let me. I've already written up my Premier League predictions, so I want to see if it's near enough the same as my curveball because I've gone for a team just to stay up in a little bit of an exclusive when I do my Premier League video. So I've gone my relegated teams: Burnley bottom. I'm going Leeds United second bottom. I've actually been pretty impressed with the transfer business that Sunderland have done. I think they've got a fighting chance of maybe staying up.
Fair enough.
But I think they're going to get relegated, and I think they're just going to be pipped by the team I've got in 17th. So is your team a team that's lost their manager this summer? Brentford.
Yeah, Brentford.
Yeah, but I've got Brentford in 17th.
I think they'll go down.
Yeah. They're losing a lot of the players.
Manager, losing the players, like star players, lost United.
Yeah. They remind me a lot of a kind of similar situation to what Wolves were in, but Wolves managed to showcase their quality last season.
They had him to go down, but the match survived in the end and got a bit of momentum.
It did,
Brentford, especially a new manager and also some star players.
Yeah. Okay. Who wins the Premier League? I reckon I probably know this answer as well.
I think Liverpool will retain.
I reckon they're going back to back. I can't see past that. They had a tremendous transfer window.
Strong enough. You're not.
Do you know? I think if you're looking at a 1-2, probably Liverpool and Arsenal. Arsenal are the ones that would be able to compete with Liverpool. I mean, City have made some additions, but I don't think they've got the full. They're going through a transition. They've not got enough in the transition to deal with Liverpool and Arsenal just yet. So going for Liverpool, Arsenal 1-2. But again, just like last season, I think Liverpool will take it at a canter.
I did, because I'm disappointed with transfer. I thought you would be Premier League champion, but I've been disappointed with it.
There's too much to do in one window. So I think City will City will get a Champions League spot. They might pick up a domestic trophy, but I don't think they'll get anywhere in the Premier League. I don't think they'll win it. I don't think they'll win the Champions League either.
No. I think the key is Pep Guardiola.
Realistic, as I said, I'm not rage baiting. I'm trying to be realistic.
Yeah. Realistic. Like that, sometimes it does, like, transition can take 2-3 years.
No, certainly it can. You're talking, like, not all of the squad, but you're talking like 16, 17 players. You're not going to do that in one window. It can't be done in one window. It's got to be spread out. It's going to be done over three years or so. So I'm more interested about, by the end of the transition, will be the end of Pep Guardiola's time at Manchester City. So what's that going to look like? Because I know some people have been arguing about, if you're going through transition, you may as well, if you're going to transition properly, bring a new manager in and let them transition through the new players so they know what they're dealing with, which I get that point of view, but I can't ever see Man City telling Pep Guardiola to walk away. Nobody tells Pep Guardiola to walk away. Every single team in the Premier League, if they get given the opportunity to hire Pep Guardiola, would be saying, absolutely, I'll be having Pep Guardiola as my manager. You don't doubt the creme de la creme, the very best that there is out there, to settle for, you know, somebody who you think, that recency biased, they've had a good season, they managed to do better than Pep, so they're a better manager than Pep. That's rage bait right there. Someone has one good season and all of a sudden now you're the greatest in the world. It's just not how it works. Consistency is key. Yeah. And I think that's a big season now coming up for Liverpool.
It is.
You know, winning a Premier League is great, but can you retain a Premier League?
But if he does retain it, would you say he's better than Klopp?
I'm going to say the same that everyone was saying to Man City. Win a Champions League. You want to go out there and say you're as good as Jurgen Klopp? Well, Jurgen Klopp could win Champions Leagues. Win a Champions League. If he takes back-to-back and wins the Champions League with Liverpool, then I'd say, yeah, done a better job than what Jurgen Klopp has. Jurgen Klopp won Champions Leagues. So, yeah. He's won a Premier League, hasn't he, Jurgen Klopp? Just nobody seems to count the COVID year. So, yeah. Anyway, looking at domestic trophies very quickly. League Cup winners, go.
So my League Cup winner, Joe, is Chelsea.
I've gone with Chelsea as well. Why not? FA Cup winners, go.
Arsenal.
I've gone with Manchester City. We're different. Europa Conference League winners, go.
Fiorentina.
I've gone with Fiorentina. I've got them to beat Crystal Palace in the final in Leipzig. Europa League winners, go.
Mine is Roma.
I've gone with AS Roma, gone for them to beat Aston Villa in Istanbul at Besiktas' stadium. Finally, Champions League, go.
I struggle with this a little bit.
No, it's difficult.
Nothing really stood out, but I think they can build on it. I'll go for Barcelona.
Fair enough. That's final taking place in Budapest. For part of prediction, who do you reckon Barcelona beat in that final? Who do you reckon they'll play? Liverpool. Cool. We've got nearly the same finalist. I did an hour about Barcelona. I've gone with Liverpool to get to the final, but they're going to be beaten in the final. And speaking of back-to-backs with the Premier League, I'm going back-to-back champions in the Champions League as well. And I'm going Paris Saint-Germain once more.
That's fun with
it. Is my predictions.
They'll go on the semi.
Yeah. Rightio then. So, the big championship predictions. Let's get into it. So, as you can see, we've got our two predictions here with, obviously, mine on the, or as I look at it, the left-hand side of the screen. Aaron's got his on the right-hand side of the screen. So, I will speak through mine very quickly. I've gone with my 3 relegated teams. Sheffield Wednesday in disarray right now. If they don't sort it out soon, I see them getting relegated, and I see them comfortably getting relegated. I can't see them staying up right now, so they're finishing bottom for me. I've gone with 23rd, Preston North End. Just not been impressed with your business that you've done so far. Let's go back to looking at it realistically. You stayed up on the final day of the season last season, and I don't think your squad's improved all that much. I'm looking at the other teams, and they're improving their squads, and I'm looking at Preston, and they're putting bids in for players whilst not signing players. And pre-season, you've struggled to create and struggled to score goals, and if you're going to struggle to score goals, you're not going to win games. And if this is a repeated pattern and you get off to a bad start, then going off what we'd seen last season, I can't see you staying in the league. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. I'm hoping that you can do some good business between now and September 1st, transfer deadline day, and you can get off to a good start, and you're going to be able to stay in the Championship and make some improvements on last season. But everything that I've seen so far makes me think, actually, I think Preston are going to get relegated. I'd like to know your thoughts on that before I dig further into my predictions.
Yep, so if I take the tinted blue and white glasses off, I can't argue with it. I'm impressed with 3 signings for North End. So Thierry Small, I think it's class. And you will see that on the left wing with Thierry Small. But say Ibsen, I'm impressed. Defence, I'm always impressed. I think it's good, but with... they just need to play the right players in defence. Like, I've got Gibbo there. But Opia, I think he's a brilliant signing, $1.5 million. And I think you will see that. He's a class player. He looks good in pre-season, so I think he'll be our star signing. Mm-hmm. But we just need to alter that defence. I don't like seeing Lindsay, Story, and Hughes. Hughes is not good enough to be in that team. And I don't think Lindsay is anymore. The bench warmers, that's where they should be.
Squad players.
Yeah.
Squad players.
But if Opia can't play out on the right wing back, because I know he played it right back for Blackpool and he rips it up, I'd change formation. But so if Opia cannot play right back, I'd play that. I'd switch to 4 at the back.
What would be what
really hinders us?
What formation would you change it to?
They won't change it because I'd like to see it go back to the Alex Neil era. Like I know play wingers 4-2-3-1. As a
Hecky likes his 3 at the back though.
Yeah, but it's hindering us. We're just so easy to play against. We've seen it. We're not creating.
I do genuinely think it's a bit of a formation problem. I think it stops you creating opportunities. I think you're needing your midfield to cover and help your defence out. And I think you're quite tight defensively. My concern is, and it's a concern I had last season as well, if Preston concede first, I don't think you've got enough to come out to pick up points and dig deep, create and score goals. If you're not going to create opportunities, you're not going to score goals, then you're going to struggle.
Yep.
And that's what I've seen.
Yeah, I can't disagree because you're making valid points, Jay, as I can't disagree with it all. My main one, same with the Preston mates, is the creativity. We need more in midfield and we need a better strike force. Osmajic is good, but the rest of it, no. Because they really, really need to change it up. But I like that we've got Jefferson.
He's a good player.
He is a good player. We just need another striker. Wilkin is not that. But no. If we can get a class loan signing in, I'll be very, very pleased.
I don't understand why you're not.
But I'm not too sure he's good enough.
I don't know why you're not dipping more into the loan market. There's some great loan players out there. I'm looking at other teams and doing some fantastic bits of loan business. Preston North Ender here. Obviously wanting to try and bring in players for their squad who might potentially have some sell-on value and things, but
which you get, but we need better signings.
I agree. You've got to think about the here and now. You know, it's dog eat dog.
It's dog eat dog. So if we can't afford it, like $2 million, trying to sign that player from Portsmouth. It's just laughable. There's laughing at us. I think they're probably about $5 million.
Lang, wasn't it? And you've had the same with that. Lang. Yeah, you've had the same with that lad from Wickham as well. Putting in bids well below market value. You know, if a club comes to you and says, I want £5 million for a player, and you've got other championship teams interested who are putting in bigger offers, then what does it achieve going in with low ball bids of £2-3 million that aren't going to get accepted? All it's doing is wasting time.
Exactly, it's just wasting time.
And I do get a little bit of a sense of it's just a case that, you know, we tried, we put bids in, it just didn't materialise.
But everybody can do that.
Everybody can do that. Yeah.
Put in a bit of try, but I know it's going to get rejected anyway. So
Aaron sent a message to Margot Robbie asking for a date. He tried. Still waiting for the date though.
But she didn't say no.
That's what we're clinging on to. Oh man. Anyway, having a look at elsewhere. I think Oxford are going down this year, so I've got them in 22nd. Kind of like anyone from I think 14th onwards are a bit in danger of going down. Derby County 21st, Queen's Park Rangers 20th, Portsmouth in 19th, Hull City in 18th, Blackburn Rovers in 17th, Stoke City in 16th, Swansea City in 15th. I've got Charlton Athletic in 14th. I don't think they're going to go down, Charlton. You can see on yours you've got them to go down, but I think all three teams that have come up are going to stay up, and I think they'll comfortably stay up. So I'm going Charlton in 14th, and then I think there's a gulf in difference then from 13th upwards. So Millwall in 13th. Any of these teams for me could potentially even make the playoffs. Wrexham, I think they'll have a good season. I don't think they're doing something that I think is a fantastic idea. They're not going out there bringing in loads of massive names and high profile signings. They've got the pull that can make it happen. They've got big sponsor deals, obviously the big documentary on Disney Plus, and Wrexham have done a real good job of dealing with teams, seeing them as teams motivating themselves to play against Wrexham. I see often all the time people referring to beat Wrexham, stick that in your documentary. They deal with that pressure all the time, whether they were playing in the National League, League 2 or League 1, teams up in the game. But the Championship's a different ball game because there's a heck of a lot more money and a much better quality in the Championship. So for Wrexham, I think it's just a season where they can just solidify themselves as a real good Championship team, and the business that they've done, bringing in good solid Championship players. I mean, recently brought in Connor Cody for a couple of £1 million. Obviously got Premier League experience, but all round just a good solid centre back. So that's the kind of business that you need to do to solidify yourself, to make that jump and gulfing difference and be ruthless both on and off the pitch. They recognise that Paul Mullin, for all that he's done for them, is fantastic, but he's not a Championship quality, so we'll let him go to Wigan Athletic and we'll look to bring in players who have got that experience or players who have got that quality to help them in the Championship. I think the only thing that stopped me from putting Wrexham further up that league is Phil Parkinson, their manager.
Yeah, you took the word right out of my mouth. That is the only weak spot.
Yep.
Every time he's been in the Championship, he has failed.
Yep. And I think I don't think he's going to do a bad job in the Championship with Wrexham. I just don't think he's going to get them into the playoffs, and he's not going to get them into the Premier League this season. And then the big question has to be, if Wrexham get put under pressure and they start to go down the league, are Rob McElhaney and Ryan Reynolds, who I think have done a fantastic job at Wrexham, despite everybody wants to say they've spent X amounts of money and stuff, they're two people who really care about the club. I always say to people, like,
Wrexham as well.
Oh, they've done a fantastic job in the community. Yeah. A brilliant job. And, it's all about community for them. They are, for me, in terms of American owners, fantastic American owners. How often do you see American owners looking to try and rinse clubs of their values, of trying to rinse them of literally every penny that they're worth to Americanise the team? Yet everything they do is at the heart of the Wrexham community, and they've brought a real good feel-good factor out there. I enjoyed watching the documentary. It might be a target audience of people who are maybe a little younger, but I found it nonetheless quite interesting. And I think Wrexham are a pretty well-run club, and they're a good example of, Preston North End are a good example of this. You're crying out for fresh ideas, a new owner with extra investment to come in, and you want to have a look at what good investment looks like. Well, have a look at what Rob McElhaney and Ryan Reynolds have done at Wrexham. People that care about the club, that care about the community, that care about the town, and getting it back to where they think that it belongs.
So I think the Hemmings they do a really good job, as I won't criticise them, because it still takes a lot to try and get that financial windfall. But we need that investment to take it to the next level.
It does. And that's where you're looking for high profile. There's a reason why you brought Spud Bros in as your sponsor. You're looking to try and raise Preston's profile. Well, Spud Bros know a lot of people. I know they've recently been doing some work with Mr. Beast. Preston North End should be on the phone with Mr. Beast and saying, come down to Preston North End. There's potential sponsorships and there's potential investment opportunities here. They're the thing that you've got to really raise the profile of the football club. The raising of the profile gets the interest. That's yeah.
We're a very historic club. We've got a lot of selling points.
Yeah.
So we don't think ourselves enough.
Yeah. First ever Invincibles. A founding member of the Football League. Yeah. There's a lot of history in there. It's very interesting. If people are genuinely curious about investing in an interesting football project in England, then, Preston North End surely should be somewhere near the top. It's just about how good are you at business, how good are you at making money. And I think Wrexham have done a very good job of showcasing that, obviously Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhaney have gone down the documentary route, and that documentary has increased Wrexham's profile tenfold across the globe. They're a big deal in the United States of America now. We went to Wrexham. We went to Wrexham a few years back. There were American tourists there. And that was when they were playing in the National League. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on. I've got Watford in 11th, West Brom in 10th, Middlesbrough in 9th, and Norwich City in 8th. I don't think any of these teams quite got enough for playoffs. I did really struggle between Birmingham City and Bristol City. And I've gone with Birmingham City just to edge Bristol City into the playoffs because I think Birmingham City are going to carry a lot of their momentum from a tremendous League One campaign into the Championship. And as I said before, I think everyone's going to be gunning for Wrexham. Stick that in your documentary. That I think Birmingham City and obviously everything that's happened with their owners and bringing in, of course, what's he called? What's he called? Why have I forgotten his name? New England Patriots former quarterback. Tom Brady. Bringing Tom Brady in. A tremendous, again, raising of the profile of Birmingham City.
Okay, yeah.
So... maybe that's the route forward, get in contact with these rich American business people and say, serious money in this, get investing. Just out of interest, like, I see everybody keeps craving and responding to Mr. Beast. Would you be happy for a social media person to come in and look to raise the profile of Preston North End and invest?
I would, yeah, or get a really, really good marketing team behind us.
Yeah. I mean, weren't you meant to bring the Sidemen in at some point?
Did hear about that, but it never materialised, did it?
Yeah, they did like a draw thing, and then they wanted to go to a football club, and they drawn Preston North End. Why were Preston North End not on the blower to them? Massive raise of Preston North End's profile, inviting the likes of KSI and everyone into the football stadium. I mean, did they sell out Wembley for a Sidemen charity football match? That sounds like demand to me.
It does get into deep though. It's supposed to have a friendly game. It'd sell out easily.
Yep.
Easy.
Straight in. I'd be inviting them into a game. Get it documented. Put it on your social media. Pay them a bit of money. Away you go. Anyway, Birmingham City for me in playoffs. Sheffield United in 5th. Leicester City in 4th. I'm going Coventry City to just miss out on automatics. They're going to be my playoff winners, so they're going into the Premier League in my opinion. I've gone Ipswich Town. I think done a pretty good job at the moment of keeping hold of most of their players. Losing Liam Delat's a bit of a blow, but done a good job of keeping hold of most of their players. So I think there'll be a pretty solid Championship team. So I'm going them in 2nd place, and I'm going Southampton in 1st, is my predictions for the Championship. So Aaron, over to you.
Yep, so over to me. So my bottom 3 are Sheffield Wednesday. I say they've had massive financial difficulties.
Speak for itself.
Their owner, So I feel really, really sorry for the fans. Because so they've got a squad, the manager's gone, so they've had to get a new manager in.
Henrik Pedersen.
Yeah, I feel real sorry for Pedersen going into that. He's onto hiding, but not onto hiding.
I don't get why he's taken the job.
I don't.
Anyway.
23rd, I think Oxford United will drop this season.
Mm-hmm.
Then for me, I've gone for Charlton.
Okay. Why Charlton?
I think it says a lot when Preston can pinch Thierry Small off them. They may have got a few players, but I don't think they're strong enough.
Okay.
I think Hull City will be in for a season of struggle again, and then of course my Preston North End. At the minute, made some good signings, but if we can get 3 class signings in, I predict us to stay up comfortably and have a better season than last season. But if we don't, we're in for a season struggle. And like you said, Jay, if we get a bad start,
I think if you have your squad right now, and your squad right now is the team that you stick with for the rest of this season, I think you'll go down.
Well, yeah, so we've got a very, very hard start. Look to those fixtures. The first five,
QPR away, Leicester City at home, Ipswich at home. I think you got Portsmouth away, Middlesbrough at home. Not easy.
It's hard. It's a difficult first.
Not easy.
And if we lose them, because by 6 games, could be the end of Pecky as well. And you couldn't complain. He's under pressure, especially after a really, really bad.
I mean, we said this, right at the end of the season. We recognise that Paul Heckingbottom.
He got no wins in 15, not 1 in 8.
Well, we said we recognised it when we went down to Bristol City. I felt sorry for Paul Heckingbottom that he's not had a full summer transfer window to weed out. He's wanted to put a bomb on the squad, didn't he? Weed out the players who he doesn't want to be there and bring in his own quality. Well, that excuse now is no longer there because he's had a full summer transfer window. Players' contracts have ended. You've got the opportunity to bring in the players who can fit your system, who you think is going to be right for Preston North End. So if he doesn't get it right and get off to a good start, a standard, a bog standard start that sees you not sitting, miles below everybody else, then you've got a good chance of staying up. But if you get off to a bad start, and as you said, first 5 games, you're sitting on 0 points, and you're looking like there's a big gulfing difference between you and everybody else, then questions have to be asked. So massive, massive stakes this season. Massive stakes.
I agree.
And I don't mean the food. Anyway, carry on, Aaron.
Yeah, but I'll continue. 19th.
Yep.
18th, Watford. I'm still surprised that yours has seen Watford. I'm not impressed with their transfer. They had a bad season last season, and I think they can continue this one.
Fair enough.
I think with Pompey, I think they'll stay comfortably. They might be able to build on the 17th and finish higher. Derby 16th. 15th, Wrexham. The only reason I put them 15th, I think it's Phil Parkinson.
The Phil Parkinson effect, okay. Yeah, okay.
2 negative, I think they'll lack a bit of firepower.
Yeah, okay.
They'll be a solid championship team. 14th, QPR, and then 13th, Swansea. So this is where it gets difficult now. So from Swansea upwards. So 12th, it hurts me to put them there, Blackburn Rovers, but I think they've got a decent squad. I think they'll do well. But I don't think they've got enough to do the playoffs. So 11th, I think it'll be Bristol City, back to your normal 11th. They've lost the manager, and I think they'll fall back down. In 10th, it is Middlesbrough. 9th, Norwich, who Bristol City's manager went to. 8th, West Brom. There's also solid there to be around the playoffs. 7th, Millwall, because they're a very, very niggly team, especially with Alex Neil. I've always been impressed with Alex Neil, and I think they've got a nice core squad because they're a really good manager.
A good, solid championship manager.
Yeah, experience, yeah.
Do you know, if I were Wrexham and you wanted to chuck a big bit of money at trying to poach another solid championship manager, if they do get rid of Phil Parkinson, they want someone more attacking, Alex Neil would be a real solid choice. Would he be able to prize him away from Millwall? I'm not so sure, but he'd be certainly someone I'd look at and consider.
Because if you gave him the back end, he'd play his normal style. Like the pressing football, that first season under Alex Neil is absolutely tremendous, especially the first half. So 6 would be Birmingham, so I think they'll build on it. I think they build on last season. They've got the financial backing. 5th, Ipswich. 4th, Sheffield United. And 3rd, Coventry. I think.
I like how you're. Go on, Aaron.
So I think Coventry have got excellent transfers because they've been really impressive with Coventry. And they've only just missed out. I think Frank Lampard, I think he's a good manager, especially in the Championship, and they'll build on it. And I think this time, Coventry City will be a Premier League side by 2026. I think they'll win the playoffs.
Okay. It's realistic. Realistic.
I think it is, yeah. And then top 2, Southampton and Leicester for me.
Okay. I like our top 6 is obviously not the same, but we've got the same teams. Very similar. In fact, fifth upwards is just basically a bit of a mismatch. So our conclusion is, but what we're looking at here is top 5, pick 3 of them top 5.
Yeah.
The other 2, unlucky to miss out. Yeah, that's interesting. Really interesting. Right. Thank you very much, Aaron. I don't think there's really too much else to talk about in terms of our championship predictions. I find it so difficult to do these predictions when the transfer window still hasn't closed, so I don't know what the final squads are looking like. And I always find that it's better to get some information, like get to the first international break, and I'm in a better position to make a prediction about things based on, an educated guess. Whereas most of the time, we're basically just using our own opinion to formulate the prediction, which I think always makes it more fun, which is why I always do the predictions before the season starts and not during the first international break when I've got a little bit more knowledge to make an educated guess. Because I reckon if we waited until the first international break to make our predictions, I reckon our league tables and our predictions would maybe be a little different to what they are right now. I'm sure there'll be people out there who agree with us. I'm sure there'll be people out there who disagree with us. So comments, who's going up, who's going down in the championship? Let us know.
Well, that's why we love the championship. It's one of the hardest leagues to predict in the world. Well, that's why we love it. It's so unpredictable, but it's just the best because it's so unpredictable like that. Because anyone can go down, anyone can go up. You got to have a good season like with Luton. They are the classic case in the championship.
Yeah.
So we thought they'd go up, but instead they went down.
Yeah. I feel like I've been a bit... Go on, Aaron.
Well, you feel we've been a bit boring?
No, I feel like I've been a bit negative towards Preston in the video, but I've just formulated it on, like, I feel like you need to do much more in the transfer window, and you've got a massive 4.5 weeks or so to bring in quality, because I do have a genuine concern that if you don't and you get off to a poor start, you're going to really struggle in the league. So I feel like more needs to be done. And right now, I'm not convinced. I want Preston to convince me to be able to make a prediction that I don't think that they're going to be relevant. And I hope I'm wrong. I really do hope that I'm incorrect, that I'm wrong. But I just think much more can be done. So you've got a huge few weeks coming up where you need to do more if you want to solidify yourself as once more a solid championship team.
Yeah. That's what I do. I'd improve the midfield. I think it's a weak link. It needs really, really shaking up in the midfield.
Having a good look at.
And having the right wing back. So if I could have it myself, it'd be a centre mid, right wing back, and a striker at the very minimum.
I mean, you were made to look.
We made to look stupid by Bolton like that.
It was but that was into the second half, and there were, once you got to the final quarter of the game, there was only one team that were looking like they were going to score goals and win the game. Yeah, and I know Bolton are quite a solid League One team, but you were made to look, in that second half, very ordinary. You weren't creating opportunities, you weren't scoring goals, and I
thought it was a good transfer window until we played ball. Oh, right.
Alarm bells, and that should be now making you think, right, we need to be ruthless, we need to do more.
Yes.
Because if you don't, you're going to face the consequences.
Yeah, and they'll go down, and it took us 4 years to bounce back, and it's not an easy lead to get out of if we do go down.
Aye. I think I've only got one more burning question to ask. Preston North End related, and we've not spoken about it yet. So, firstly, next chance I get to come down to Deepdale, I'm dying to try one of the jacket potatoes, the baked tatties from Spud Bros. I feel like we need a JSGC football review of these viral potatoes. But my burning question is, some of the kits that you've released have been very smart, in particular looking at the goalkeeping kits. Okay. However, your home kits, white shirt, red sponsor. I get why Spud Bros have made it red. Obviously, it's their brand and they want to build brand awareness.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts of white kit and a red sponsor?
When I first saw it, Jay, I absolutely despised it. But I remember that one of my favourite kits, though, is the 2004-5 with New Reg.
New Reg, and that was red. That's a good point. It's a good point.
I've been with Spud Bro just because it's the size of the logo, so it stands out more. So I really like it. It's a bit too much. But I think go well if it's blue, but I get it. It's their brand.
Oh yeah,
brand. It's the main home kit.
Yeah,
it's growing on me slightly. It's because I don't repulse it as I did when I first saw it.
So for me, it's some of the kits that they've released, and they've gone like the goalkeeping kit, in black with the black and white sponsors. Oh, it blends in beautifully. And I'm just thinking with Preston North End, if they were prepared to move away from brand awareness and going with the red, how smart. You'd be looking at a really smart kit, I think, if that was white with a blue sponsor.
Yeah.
Really smart kit.
Pressing like that, our blue and white.
It does, yeah. So
I don't like the fluorescent kit. I think it's a bit too bright. I don't like the away kit.
Is the yellow one?
Yeah, the yellow one.
Yeah. Fair enough.
It's getting bolted like that, but I thought at least you can't blame each other if you don't find a pass with that.
Fair enough, yeah.
But the blue one I like is it reminds me of that Ajax top that I've got.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That was my only burning question. I don't think we've got anything else left to talk about in today's video. It does now. Go on.
What do you think of the price? And that's my last question of this for you. So the price of that North End kit is 70 quid.
dhgate.com. I'm just kidding. I always recommend obviously people out there with children who want the latest kits and they want them now, very expensive. If you are obviously not wanting to react to Rory Jennings' rage bait about grown adults can't wear football kits, wait till the end of the season when they go on discount and you pick them up for much more affordable prices, and you'll be able to pick up genuine replica shirts that aren't fake for a much more affordable price. So yeah, everything's expensive in the world now, isn't it?
It is.
Everything's expensive in the world, but they had tremendous demand for the shirt. It was nice to see the club shop getting real busy and actual promotions being put on. That was good to see. Oh, really good to see. So
good marketing. That's what.
That's what you want to see more of. Yeah,
exactly.
100%. 100%. Yeah. So obviously, next up, it's going to be regular football content back.
We're back, baby. We're back.
Finally, I know we've been going to the cricket, going to the darts. What's that all about? We want to be back at the football. We want to be back at the football.
Yeah, we'll be back at the home of football at Deepdale and back on our away days and once more on the road.
Aye, so it does mean that obviously for next week onwards, we've got things in the pipeline for videos, football vlogs coming up for you guys. So stick around for that. Do subscribe. Leave a thumbs up on today's video, and most importantly, what are your championship predictions ahead of the upcoming 2025-2026 season? Who's getting relegated? Who's making the playoffs? Who's going to finish as runners-up and promoted to the Premier League? Who's going to finish as champions? Get that, guys, in the comments below. And also don't forget as well, leave a thumbs up, like and subscribe. And yeah, social media links are in the description too. If you want to go and follow us on our X, Instagram, and everything else, go and check that out. Email as well in the description if you want to hit us up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And yeah, we'll see you for them football vlogs coming up real soon. So I've been Jason from JSGC Football. We've also got Aaron as well, helping to provide regular content, and we'll see you all real soon for the next one. So thank you for watching, guys. Take it easy. Peace.
Ciao for now.